There are many different types of crime that take place in the UK, but do you know what they are? Hi, I'm Jack from Region Security Guarding's YouTube channel, where we make videos about security and security guards. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest security guarding news, and don't forget to give us a like if you enjoy our videos. In today's video, we will be discussing the different types of crime. Before we get into the different types of crime, it is important to know exactly what it means. Crime is any deliberate act that causes either physical or psychological harm. Most people will experience some sort of crime in their lifetime, regardless of their background, whether it's a smaller crime such as underage drinking or a larger crime such as robbery. What is trespassing? This is the act of entering private land without the owner's permission. Even if you did have permission to go on the private land previously, it would still be considered trespassing if the permission has been withdrawn. Unless there is a clear understanding that the land is open to the public, all land is considered private. For example, if a group of people were to protest in a public park after hours, this would be considered trespassing. Although trespassing is an illegal act, it is often considered more of a civil issue than a criminal offence. Police officers may not always have the powers to remove a trespasser, unless they are intending to stay on the property for a long period of time. This offence can result in both imprisonment and an unlimited fine. What is knife crime? Knife crime refers to any act of crime which involves a knife. Examples of this include carrying a knife, threatening somebody with a knife, or using a knife as a weapon. Just carrying a knife alone can result in a maximum penalty of 4 years in prison, as well as an unlimited fine. What is property crime? Property crime refers to incidents where individuals have been deprived of their property due to an illegal action. This can include burglary, theft, shoplifting, and vandalism. These crimes can have a huge impact on the well-being of the victim, and in many cases, criminals will target vulnerable groups such as the elderly. What is organised crime? Organised crimes are often pre-planned and usually conducted by groups of people on a frequent basis. This includes armed robbery, drug trafficking, money laundering, and other financial crimes. The National Audit Office have reported that there are more than 4,500 organised crime groups operating within the UK. These cases are usually the hardest to solve due to the planning and lack of predictability about where they will commit a crime next. What is arson crime? Arson crime refers to any criminal damage caused by setting fire to somebody's property. This includes damage to land, cars, boats, buildings, and any personal belongings. This crime usually takes place for reasons such as revenge, for insurance money, posing a threat, concealing another crime, or to intimidate others. Prison sentences for arson are dependent on the category of culpability of harm and have a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. What is hate crime? Hate crime is where a victim faces prejudice for their race, disability, religion, sexual orientation, or gender. This can include smaller crimes such as verbal abuse and larger crimes such as damaged property. Police are only able to prosecute if laws have been broken, but it is still important to make sure this is reported to enable a better police or security response within the area. What is financial crime? Financial crime is an offence that relates to the misuse of financial services for financial gain. This can include fraud, bribery, money laundering, market abuse, and cybercrime. These crimes are usually well organised and hard to prosecute. The National Crime Agency reported 3.4 million incidents of fraud throughout England and Wales in just 1 year alone. What is corporate crime? Corporate crimes are crimes committed by a corporation or an individual acting on behalf of a corporation. These crimes usually involve acts of fraud or tax evasion and have been known to face little to no prosecution. In recent years, we have seen more companies being held accountable for their crimes. An example of this includes Volkswagen facing huge fines for using software practices to cheat on emissions tests for almost 600,000 cars in the US. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is described as unauthorised access to computers and networks. This will usually be referred to as hacking. This type of crime is continuing to grow, both in scale and in complexity. This crime is generally committed for financial gain, to gain important information, or simply to disrupt others. Prevention of cybercrime includes using stronger passwords or installing security software to block any potential threats. What are the most common types of crime? The most common types of crime committed within England and Wales are fraud, theft, and violence, computer misuse, and vehicle offences. Data shows that the highest crime rate in 2021 was for fraud, with 5,144,000 offences recorded. Investing in good security is a great way to minimise your risk of crime and therefore improve your quality of life. Services such as security guarding, vacant property security, and CCTV monitoring are a great way to combat the crimes that were mentioned in this video. I hope that this video has helped you gain a better understanding of the different types of crime. If you can think of any other types that we haven't mentioned, let us know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all the latest security guarding news. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.